How's it going, guys? In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Leonardo as the creature from the Black Lagoon Ultimate Action Figure by NECA. This is actually the first figure released from the second wave of the TMNT Universal Monsters mashup line. So super excited about this one, guys. I did pick this up from the folks over at the Last Toy Store. So if you haven't checked them out yet, definitely check them out. I'll leave a link to their website in the description below. So let's go ahead and get a quick look around the box, and we'll get them opened up and get a better look at the figure. So for starters, guys, I have to say I absolutely love the cover art for this figure. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, we have the Leonardo as creature from the Black Lagoon Ultimate Action Figure, TMNT Universal Monsters logo. On the side, we have some other figures in the line. This is, I believe this is going to be a Wolfman. I've seen a prototype of this from Comic-Con. Was it Comic-Con? I think it was Comic-Con. I want to say, I think it's Raphael or Donatello as the Wolfman. So, kind of interesting. And then the other figures that have been released from the previous wave. TMNT Universal Monsters logo at the top, NECA at the bottom. On the back, a few photo shots of the figure and some of its accessories. And then on the other side, we have Creature from the Black Lagoon, Leonardo as. Photo shot of the figure, TMNT Universal Monsters logo, NECA Real Toys. And then on the, we got the full profile shot of the figure, and then there's the figure and its accessories in all its glory, guys. So let's go ahead and get them opened up and get a better look at the figure. Alright, guys, so let's go ahead and get right to it. For starters, I have to say I wasn't sold on the design for this guy when I first saw the prototype in photos. Similar to how I felt about Casey Jones as the Phantom, I wasn't sold on the design, but seeing this guy in hand, I am absolutely impressed with how it turned out. Not just because I'm a huge Creature from the Black Lagoon fan, but also because I really think NECA did an incredible job of mashing the two characters together. I mean, this mold on this figure, the sculpting on this figure, and the colors, everything looks absolutely incredible. As for the head articulation, unfortunately, the head does not rotate all the way around, and I'll show you why. Move this up. And there's a fin back here. I don't know if the camera picks it up well enough, but as you turn the head, it hinders that movement. So as soon as you turn the head, the fin here and the fin here get stuck on each other. So not too much of a deal breaker because the head can look down fairly okay, looks up fairly okay. It does have a nice little tilt side to side. Can't do too much again because the fins here, but not a deal breaker. The other thing I thought was kind of cool is both, it's kind of cool but also kind of a bummer. The bandana is stationary, like it doesn't come off, but it's kind of cool that it does rotate. You know, but more than likely you're gonna have them posed like this with the bandana like that. Again, not a deal breaker because the head sculpt looks absolutely incredible. The other thing, right off the bat, this is the only head sculpt that comes with the figure, and I guess the only other downside is the there's no mouth articulation, like it doesn't close or anything like that, it doesn't open. So a little bit of a bummer there. I wish we would have had a different head sculpt, or at least the mouth was you can open and close it. As for the arm articulation, arm does come up almost 90 degrees. Now there is full rotation on the arm. The only thing is with the arm, the way the mold is with the turtle shell, you have to have the arm out a little bit, and then you can fully rotate it. If not, it's going to get caught on the shell when you try to rotate it. There is a double joint in the elbow, which I thought was pretty cool. And there is rotation in the elbow. The other thing I would say is these shoulder pads, elbow pads, knee pads, they're loose, so they're not molded to the figure, so they kind of hinder some of the movement. They kind of get caught when you're rotating, but not a deal breaker, but still kind of a little bit of a downer there. Hand does rotate all the way around, and hand does come in and out fairly well. As for the other arm, same thing, does come up almost about 45 degrees on this one. Might be stiff, so bear with me, guys. Again, it does rotate all the way around, but you have to have the arm out a little bit. You can't have it fully seated. Again, the turtle shell will hinder that movement. Double joint again in the elbow. There is full rotation in the elbow, full rotation in the wrist. Wrist comes back and forth, not too much. Probably it's just a little stiff or just the way that it's molded. As for the torso, there is no torso rotation. There is no crunch either, just because of the way the figure is molded. I will have to say though, I really dig the, I guess I'm not exactly sure what you would call this, the netting around the shell. Thought this was pretty cool. It's a soft plastic. It looks like it could come off if you work it enough. You can actually take this off, but I like that it's a soft plastic and it kind of moves around a little bit. And I like the little details that NECA put into there, like the hooks, and you know, you see like the little tearing of the netting, but you see like hooks all around. You actually see, I don't know if the camera picks it up well enough, but you see some fossils of some fish, and I think if you look closely, you actually see the hand of the gill man or the creature right there, the fossil of that. I thought that was really, really cool. There's a fin there sticking out. You see the fin back here on the shell. Again, solid mold, guys, solid creature figure or mashup figure. As for the leg articulation, leg does come up, not too much, more than likely because of the way the mold is. Leg does not come back whatsoever because of the shell and the fin on the hamstring there. There is rotation in the knee. Again, as I mentioned before, these are separate pieces, so they kind of get in the way when you're trying to rotate. It appears there's only a single joint in the knee, more than likely because of the way, actually, yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's a single joint in the knee, but again, I would be very careful because you see, as this doesn't allow you to really put the knee or bend the leg back too much, or bend the knee back too much. There isn't any rotation in the foot, but the foot does have a nice rocking swivel back and or side to side. I thought that was pretty cool. Doesn't appear that there's any back and forth on the foot itself or on the talons or whatever. As for the other leg, same thing. Oh, and the leg does come up semi, not too much to do the splits. As for the other leg, again, leg does come up, not too much, more than likely because, again, because of the mold, doesn't go back all that much. Again, as you can see, the fin does bump into the turtle shell there. Again, we do have rotation at the knee, single joint in the knee, a nice rocking side to side in the foot, but no front and back and no rotation in the foot. So let's go ahead and get him off to the side, guys, and get a look at his accessories. As for his accessories, guys, he comes with 2 gripping hands. Absolutely love the mold on these, I have to say. NECA did a great job of the webbing on the hands and stuff like that. These are to hold a couple of his accessories, and just love the detail on these. Really, really nice, solid detail. I think, again, I would say NECA really killed it with this, with the mold of these. Up next, guys, he has another set of hands. These are more of a, I guess, more of a open hands. And again, NECA really, man, they went above and beyond with the coloring, the webbing. I mean, just the level of detail on this is absolutely incredible. I have to really give a shout out to NECA for this because, man, they absolutely killed it with the design of this. Up next, guys, he has sort of a bone claw or something like that. This is, I'm assuming this goes around his wrist from what I have seen in some of the photos. So just for example, I would imagine it would probably be easier if you take the hand off first and then you put the claw on and then you put the hand on after that. And then, yeah, it would look basically like that. He'd have It's basically his claw blade or whatever, his extra blade there. Similar to, I guess, like what the Predator would have, like his gauntlet blades. But yeah, really, really solid detail, I have to say, on this too. The bone. I don't know if the camera picks it up well enough, but I love the detail in that, like the weather, like that wood or bone I don't even know what you would call it, that bone like texture. I mean, it just looks absolutely great. And the nails, they're not too pointy. This I would be careful with because I feel like it is a bit of a fragile plastic. If you're not careful, you could probably like damage this part, either pull it apart or something like that. Now, the one thing I thought that was kind of weird is this is pretty stiff here, so may have to use a hair dryer or something to get this around the wrist. If you don't want to do the other thing, like I was saying, where take off the hand first and place it like that, you just want to pop it on there, you more than likely will have to warm this up with either some warm water or a blow dryer and get this plastic kind of like a little bit more malleable. And next up, guys, we have two katanas, and these katanas are actually in the are matched up like a sort of like a harpoon. If you look at it, I really dig the look of these. I like how this one has a little bit of a like where it has a piranha fish on it. Thought that was pretty cool. Like the mold of the piranha looks pretty cool. The wood grain on the harpoon katanas looks absolutely incredible. I love that they have the little like the rope there kind of tying this off. Like, I don't know if the camera picks it up well enough, but the detail on this is really, really solid. And yeah, just really, really nice overall. Little piranha with his mouth. Now, the mouth is not it's not there's no articulation in the mouth or anything like that, but I still think the piranha is like really, really cool. I really, really dig it. I think it's absolutely incredible. And again, I mean, NECA kills it with these little details and stuff. And I like how the bottom of this, you can tell it looks like it's broken wood. And this is sort of like a harpoon that was pieced together as a katana. I thought that was really nice. NECA did a great job with these accessories. On the other one, it's pretty much the same thing. It doesn't have the extra rope, the loose rope or anything like that. This is a bit of a soft plastic, so be careful with that. But overall, I like the little indentations here, like it's damaged. And I like the wood grain look on this. Really, really solid. You can see on the bottom, it's like broken off wood. And just a rope around the hilt. Really, really dig that, guys. Up next, guys, he comes with what looks like a pet turtle. Which looks really, really cool. I really dig the detail on this. It looks solid. I love the coloring on this. Unfortunately, there is no articulation from what I can tell on this little guy. But, I mean, this is absolutely adorable. I think NECA including this is really, really cool. I love the coloring on this. I don't know if the camera picks it up well enough, but the detail on the shell is really, really nice. I mean, even down to the, like, I guess the skin of the turtle. I mean, it looks absolutely cool. The little wrinkles there. I mean, the coloring, absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous little piece. I'm glad that NECA included this with this release. And finally, guys, he comes with I'm assuming like a soft plastic necklace sort of thing. This was extra. It almost looks like it would be like a necklace or something like that. It is a soft plastic, as I said, but I really, really dig the little loops there on there. I'm like guessing that's like part of a net or something like that that he fashioned into a necklace. Now, the other thing that it comes with is it comes with these little guys. They're like little hooks with little, I don't know if these are supposed to be grenades or ornaments or something, but these guys you can just like hook onto it, or as I've already done with because he comes with two of these with some extra hooks, so I've already actually hooked that one of them onto his netting there, so you can either hook them onto here or you can hook them onto the necklace. And finally, guys, for comparison, I wanted to bring in the Universal Monsters Creature from the Black Lagoon release to kind of give you an idea of the difference between the two figures, color wise as well as you know, height wise, stuff like that. Obviously, the Creature from the Black Lagoon is taller than the Leonardo creature, but yeah, still I love the detail and everything that NECA added to this guy. But I will have to say my favorite is the Universal Monsters Creature from the Black Lagoon. Not just because I'm biased, but I mean, yeah, I just absolutely love this figure. As I said in my previous review of the figure, if you haven't seen that, I'll leave a link in the description below for you to check that one out. I said in that one, I mean, this is tops for one of my favorites of 2023. Absolutely love this figure. Like I said, I wasn't sold on this guy when he first, when I first saw the promo photos for him, but now having him in hand, I am super excited to have him as a part of my collection now. That about wraps it up for this video, guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the figure. Have you picked up any of these Universal Monster TMNT mashup figures for yourself? Do you plan to? Which is your favorite from the ones I've reviewed so far? I believe at this point the only ones I'm missing is the other version of Leonardo, which is the Leonardo as the Hunchback, and I think Splinter as Van Helsing. So I will get to those eventually. I just, as soon as I got this guy, I was like, man, I wanted to open him up and review him and just kind of take a look at the guy. But yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this guy, as well as from the ones I have reviewed previously, which is your favorite, which is your least favorite. Beyond that, if you're new to the channel, feel free to like, share, subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, thanks again, guys, for coming back and for the continued support. I really, really appreciate it. Until then, we'll see you in the next video, guys. Take it easy and have a good one.